There's a new poll from online pollster YouGov conducted for the Economist. It shows that with Republicans, Vladimir Putin's favorability rating is higher than President Obama's, and not by a small margin. 35% of Republicans have a favorable view of the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Only 9% of Republicans have a favorable view of President Barack Obama. In fairness, in September of 2013, Putin was viewed more favorably by Democrats than George W. Bush. Of 2003, Putin was viewed more favorably by Democrats than George W. Bush. The difference, though, is that Putin has actually done insane stuff since then. Since 2012, Romney was all over Russia for being a threat, the biggest geopolitical foe, etc. And since then, we've seen Russia and Vladimir Putin actually do a whole bunch of stuff that we should be really concerned about, right? I mean, Putin fabricated unrest in Crimea and then took the land from Ukraine. Putin actively opposed American interests in Syria and sent weapons and military aid there. And of course, we continue to find out about the political opposition in Russia that has been killed. And now the cherry on top, according to the FBI and the CIA, Russia was involved in coordinating hacking and fake news propaganda to hurt Hillary Clinton. Somehow, back in 2012, Romney says Russia's the biggest geopolitical foe. Republicans agree. Now, all of a sudden, after Russia actually does a whole bunch of stuff, Republicans have a more favorable view of Vladimir Putin than they do of Barack Obama. Everything's backwards, I feel like.
Well, I don't think it's surprising because I think Vladimir Putin is seen as this authoritarian, strong leader, alpha male, whereas Barack Obama has gotten this role of being considered more weak and, willing to back down. So the average Republican voter isn't going to know the nuances and specifics behind Russian policies, his treatment behind people who oppose him, journalists. So I think it makes sense.
And they've been primed by Donald Trump to question anything they hear in media anyway. And of course, corporate media is in many ways deceptive. Corporate media in many ways presents incomplete accounts or fails to provide context about stories. But many times the basic story that is reported on corporate media about what's going on around the world is generally true. But even those facts are often not believed by the Trumpists because Trump has done such an effective job at preparing his supporters to not believe what they hear on corporate media. So this is, how will this impact the next 4 years? It's hard to say exactly, but I believe that it will. I believe that we're already seeing it, number one, in terms of the Republican electorate's willingness to tolerate interactions between the United States and Russia. They would never tolerate President Obama, for example, participating in. And that, to be perfectly clear, even under George W. Bush, many Republicans would not have tolerated. Donald Trump has really achieved something special based on the people that he appealed to and the voters that are responsible for his electoral win, if only by 58,000 votes across 3 states. It's going to be a very, very interesting 4 years. If you're starting off with your pseudo buddy Putin with a higher favorability rating than the outgoing president among your supporters, we know that an interesting 4 years are coming. Warby Parker is offering a free 5-day home try-on to give you the opportunity to check out their glasses. I personally wear Warby Parker glasses when I'm not wearing my contact lenses. And I also started with one of these free at-home try-ons of 5 pairs of glasses. You can get your free home try-on and support the David Pakman Show at warbyparkertrial.com/TDPS. I don't really like going into glasses stores and trying on glasses while the salesperson sort of hovers over me. And I like more than 30 seconds to actually figure out whether I like the glasses. So with the Warby Parker home try-on, I was able to pick 5 pairs that I liked, put them on in the comfort of my own home, pick the one I like the most, and then Warby Parker put my prescription lenses in there for me. A lot of people don't know that the eyeglass industry is controlled by just a few big corporations that keep prices very high, like $300 for prescription glasses high, which is just insane. Warby Parker glasses start at $95. That's what mine cost. And for every pair of glasses sold, Warby Parker distributes a pair of glasses to someone in need. You can try 5 pairs and see what you like. Check out the at-home trial and support our show by going to warbyparker.com
TDPS. It costs nothing.